first did the passion map when I was in a place of transition and not knowing what's next in my life. I had moved from Australia back to Arizona. I knew I didn't want to be in corporate anymore, and so I resisted, the high salaries and all that good stuff, because I knew there was something else that I was meant to do. And that was back in 2008, but I didn't know what that was. And so after a year of kind of just letting that fertilize, I did a passion map. And I had known about passion maps, but had never been through it. So the passion map, I still have it. It's laminated. It's like a roadmap to where I was at the time. And it just had some real spiritual grounding for me, which I was in the middle of getting my spiritual practitioner license at the time too. So that came out. But what it allowed me to do was, not immediately, but I kept at some of the exercises after the passion map were to do journaling on each of the elements on my map. And I was doing that. And like 3 or 4, maybe 4 months later, it just was in a download, an epiphany of what I wanted to do, what my next steps were, which was to do international kind of immersion, cultural immersion travel and workshops and spiritual deepening, which took all these aspects of my life that I didn't think fit together at all, to create a business and to enroll people and market it and do the travel portion and create workshops and support people and coach people. Just came together in an instant, and it was on my map the whole time. So the map to me was distilling what it is about my life that I most value. And that's, of course, what a passion map is, a physical depiction of what's important. And that is however many years we decided that was, 16 years ago. That's still, I'm old enough now, I'm not going to change that much, but that's still who I am. And I can go back to that original map and just see how everything kind of unfolded from there. My second map was at a very important time when I was getting married. And before that, both my future husband and me did our passion maps, and then we did a relationship map from that. And so my second map was to really expand on how my life was changing. And so there's a lot of more open-ended kind of things. I know one of the elements is not needing to know, because anytime you are in transition in your life, you don't always know exactly where that's leading. But that became an element on my map of pollination, of not needing to know what's going to happen next. So I also had some grandchildren, which was new. And so that was a delightful addition to my map, that I realized that aspect of being a grandparent was really a sweet part of what my life is now. And so I keep adding. There's like 9 little stick figures on that element right now, that are just, it's part of who I am as a grandparent, as a grandmother. So and what came out in that map really, which is maybe a guiding principle in my life, is the very center of it is anchoring in gratitude. And so everything offshoots from that place of gratitude. So it's just a good reminder. I look at my map, and when I'm a little confused or a little bit, befuddled, go to my map and start there and see how so many aspects of my life are just a blessing. Yeah, describing the passion map is probably the $1 million question, because as a facilitator, I don't want to lead people into, you can't show them your map because everybody's map is different. And to describe it is like describing sand through your fingers. It's there and it's not. And so if I would describe the goal of a passion map is to gain clarity on what's really important in life, and to know and be excited and proud of who you are, because everybody has gifts. And so the passion map is really recording a roadmap, if you will, but it's not a map. Even though it says it's a map, it's not a map, but a way of depicting life that brings, to me, it brings a smile. It's a reminder of the sweetness of life and can absolutely lead to action and how to move forward. And some people, a lot of people do their passion maps to get some clarity on what's next, which was my initial goal, was to figure out life a little bit more, what would bring me joy. And that still doesn't describe what a passion map is, but that's the best I can do.